Now, NBC5 responds, and federal regulators are investigating reports of nearly 12 people getting trapped inside electric vehicles after they lost power. Our PJ Randhawa shows us how one local lawmaker's bill on the table in Congress could change safety features in all electric vehicles.
Home for Thanksgiving break 2024 and reunited with high school friends, 19-year-old Krista Sukahara was a passenger in a Tesla when it crashed and caught fire. Krista survived the impact, but according to her family's attorney, she couldn't get out. She passed away in the back seat because attorney Roger Dreyer says the Tesla's doors wouldn't open.
It ends up making that car a crematorium because they can't get out. And so she was trapped in the vehicle and burned to death.
Two of her friends, including the driver, were also killed.
About as most horrifying circumstances you can imagine.
Now Dreyer represents Krista's family in a wrongful death lawsuit against Tesla. Dreyer told NBC5 Responds Krista and her friends could have escaped the burning car if emergency door releases were easier to find and operate. Court records show Tesla has denied each and every allegation and specifically denies that it caused or contributed to any alleged damages.
The only way you would learn this is if you specifically said, I wonder how I get out of a door if I cannot open it. And that's not something, no one's going to pull out their iPhone and say, let me Google that while I'm catching on fire. So they have to be intuitive.
Tesla faces multiple wrongful death and class action lawsuits alleging passengers were not able to escape the vehicle after a loss of power. At least 4 of these cases are ongoing. The parties reached an out-of-court settlement in another case. The door design has also caught the attention of the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, which opened an investigation into the 2021 Tesla Model Y vehicles last fall after receiving almost a dozen reports of exterior door handles failing. And a separate petition to NHTSA calls for a review of the 2022 Tesla Model 3s, citing hidden, unlabeled, and non-intuitive emergency door releases. Neither of the NHTSA filings examine the model Tesla Krista Sukahara was riding in at the time of her death.
There needs to be a manual way to get out of the vehicle or for first responders to get in.
Illinois lawmaker, U.S. Congresswoman Robin Kelly recently introduced a bill called the Safe Exit Act of 2026. It would require each new motor vehicle to be equipped with a manual door release, allowing timely exit regardless of failure of any electrical system and for other purposes. And an easy-to-find manual release for each door. Kelly wants emergency responders to have easy access to a vehicle when electrical power is lost. Now, if passed, the rules would apply to all electric vehicle manufacturers.
You don't want to see people die because they're driving a car that you designed that didn't have, the necessary equipment to get people out alive.
People who have Teslas generally need to understand that if they have a crash, single car crash or multi-vehicle crash, these things go very fast because of the electric power and they catch on fire. And the nature of the fire is a fast fire and you need to be able to get out of the vehicle.
NBC5 Responds asked Tesla for an interview, but they haven't responded to our request. The Safe Exit Act has advanced to the House Committee for Energy and Commerce. Now, the Sukahara family's lawsuit is still working its way through the courts. We've also learned that starting next year, China is mandating a mechanical release function for all EV door handles. PJ Randhawa, NBC5 Responds.